Hey everybody, Alex back here again today for the second coming of SOF-Cloth, the new series on the channel where I look at and give you an in-depth overview of special operations clothing and equipment. So today we have Patagonia Jungle Combat Trousers. These are actually the specific special operations variant. They are the soft jungle stretch pant. The NSN is 19297 Multicam, so -MLCM Multicam. These are in 32R. No inspection stamp on the bottom of the normal tag, and they have no fly zone. So I got these brand new. Came in the original bag right here. So when you get them, they will come in a bag like this. Obviously, you have the NSN number, the size, what they are, and what you'll typically find is in one of the pockets will be this little inspection tag. Mine was inspected by number 888, probably the factory tag for Patagonia when they produce this. It's also, the bag is in Patagonia font. This is normal Patagonia font for numerous tags and stuff. So you compare the font size to the ones on the pant, it's very similar. It's usually this type of font for the Patagonia tag. But let's get into it. There's no other videos on YouTube of these pants, by the way. That's why I'm making this one. So to start off, it's pretty much a basic jungle pant. It's almost very similar to the Vietnam era jungle pants. There is another variant of these just called the Patagonia Jungle Combat Pant, but those are slightly different. The only difference that I've noted in looking like online at pictures and stuff is that the cuff has a Velcro closure on the back. This obviously doesn't have that. These are the special operations specific variant of these trousers, so there is no Velcro closure on these. But getting into it, to start off, we'll just look at the pockets. So you have two hip pockets. They're actually quite small, honestly. The bottom of the pocket is about here, so you can fit like a phone or something in here usually. But they have drainage, so they have this mesh drainage pockets in them. I don't know, I want to block the light, but they have mesh drainage in them. I'm going to go to the other side here. They have mesh drainage pockets. So they are quick drying. These are 100% nylon pant. I know my fire retardant like ability or whatever. But you got to think about it. You're in a jungle or hot weather usually. And you're not really worried about burning in your pants, I guess. So these aren't Nyco. These are 100% nylon. They're a 4-way stretch material fabric. They feel very stretchy, very lightweight. They're quite soft. They're kind of similar to Patagonia level 5 soft shell feel, but a little bit more lightweight. They're not as like heavy and robust. They're kind of like a light hiking pant, kind of like ones that similarly are made by Patagonia and like Cool, quite similar to that. So you have two of those hip pockets. You have 8 belt loops. Yeah, you have 8 belt loops, 4 in the front, 4 in the back, right? Then you have these two back pockets. Gotta make sure you guys can see that. Yeah, you guys are all good. You have these two back pockets, which aren't covered by they're just covered by this little access flap. They're not covered by anything else. They're not buttonable or anything. And those also have mesh in the bottom for drainage and venting too. So these pants are very lightweight, very breathable. If you're wearing just like skivvies under these or something, you're probably going to have no problem at all breathing in these. And then I'll just go on one side for the cargo pocket since they're both identical. So on the side you have a cargo pocket. These are closed by one button only. Kind of similar to like a British pattern of pant. This button is mainly found on like DPM jackets, DPM shirts, stuff like that. So you have a one button closure. The pockets actually snap open and closed for increased storage and drainage. So they're little plastic little snaps. They snap open and closed. There's 3 drainage, well actually more. There's 5 drainage eyelets on the bottom. for each one. And then internally, you have this mesh kind of pocket. I mean, these can be used for probably holding magazines, I would assume, something similar to that. Let me see. I have a Stanag laying around somewhere. So, standard Stanag mag. If you put this in your pocket, say if you want to drain it or something, you probably can. So this will retain that magazine if you want to keep magazines in your pockets like this. If you really want to drain them, you can retain that in here. Let me fold it out. Just do it again for you guys. So it's quite similar to like a Cry pocket, like how the Cries have the elastic band for like water bottles or whatever. I guess these can be made for magazines, or if you're trying to dry like socks or something, you can probably put them in there. So let's just snap that back together. And close this up. You have the standard keyhole buttonholes on here, everything else. The front is a little strange, I will say. You have another singular button up here. You can tell that these are different multicam lots too. They weren't all the same lot when they made these, but this top button is adjustable with this pull string. Probably to pull the waist closer in or let it out if you need to breathe. Similar to that. And then it's a 3-button front. 3-button front. I think the normal combat jungle trousers have 4. I'm not too certain. I'll have to re-up on that, but it's the same nylon reinforced buttons. And then internally, you have this fly guard. So you have like a insect net guard. So if you need to like unbutton your trousers for something like venting, such as like keeping the top button closed, like that, and you need to vent this out, but so no bugs get in there. And then internally, you also have these hanging loops for drying, obviously. You want to be able to dry these trousers quickly, effectively, so you have these hanging loops in case you need to hang them. And then getting into the bottoms of these have a mesh internal section that is adjustable with these twill little ties, so you can adjust them in and out. Tie them around your ankles, tuck them into boots, socks, whatever you need to do to keep the bugs off you. And then also built in on the bottom is this built-in gaiter. So you would cinch this, put this around the bottom of your foot and put it into your boot to completely close off the bottom of the pant. And that's just a little bit of shock cord with a knot on it. You can stretch them out all the way. Usually I just keep them all stretched out so the shock cord doesn't get all bunched up and boogery. Just like this. Just want to get that knot down. And then, the last but not least, on the front, you have these knee pads. You have knee pad inserts. So, internally, with this fly guard, this is sewn in to the bottom of this knee pad insert to keep it in place. So, with this little knee pad insert, I think you can insert the standard Patagonia foam knee pads into here. I haven't looked at it. There's not really a lot of documentation around these pertaining to that specifically. If the bag came with like a product sheet or something, I would be able to tell, but it doesn't. So I think these accept the standard just foam, not the hard locking ones, but just the standard foam Patagonia knee pads, I would assume. Or you could just cut and make your own if you want to. But I think it also increases ventilation too if you have these open, because there's mesh on the opposite side. And that is just about it on these trousers. There's nothing too crazy about them. They're just a specific variant of these jungle trousers. Patagonia also makes the normal ones. I don't have a jungle top yet, but if I get one in, I'll definitely make a video. So I'm gonna start churning out more videos, get my collection out of the closet kind of deal, and go through it all. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this was kind of informative. Like I said, there's no other videos of this on YouTube, I don't think. So I was just making another video for the end user. So yeah, take care.